caught up. I think I got caught up when this is the part two then. Got caught up when I said my father was accompanied by Ruben Ginto Madriñan going to Mindoro from Batangas port to go to Mindoro. My dad worked in the Basnig. Basnig is a fishing vessel that goes around Mindoro area, Marinduque area, and Panay area. So my dad is really well traveled due of that fishing vessel that he worked with. This is when he was in his 20s. And his best friend, which is Mang Ruben, told us, my dad never told us, kids, I was sitting, I think I was 10 when he said the story, that my dad was everybody's fears about my dad in port of Mindoro, Marinduque, and Panay. He became a champion not only in competition, but in a local fisherman group. Because every time they they went back to the port and they sold their fish and they separate their income, who was given their income, they gamble. And he's the type of person that he's a security gambler. He's secure all the time. He don't gamble if he's not gonna win. So they bet half of the income. whoever would win in the match of eskrima or arnis, stick fighting in that port. And this is true. I'm not making this up because I'm the one who's telling me. Is Maestro Ruben Ginto, and my brother is witness on this too. So, but I'm not there. So, could it make it up or could it make up the story? So, but I'm telling you, it told us what is the story. My dad would take anyone, any challengers who would take him that day, just to triple his income. And sometimes he said he would fight 1 to 3 people that day. So his income is triple. He was living in Mindoro, where he's learned Puno, the Filipino wrestling. Yeah, everybody's attacked me on that anyway, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm not asking for their approval. I'm telling the story. I wrote the book. I tell the story. Whether you like it or not, it is my story. And it is my dad's story. And I want you to know that my dad has become noted escrimador on all of this area when he was in his 20s. He came home after Mindoro when he was 25. He left Baet actually my dad left Baet when he was 16. And then he came back when he was 22 or 20 years old. And then he's not yet a member of Baet Arnis Club. But Baet Arnis Club has tournament, and he came back. I think there's a local champion there, a Baet, that everybody is look after. I don't want to say the name because this is a very controversial story, and I love the story to tell, but I don't want to name them because it could switch the story because they're all dead. But I will tell you the story anyway. My father went home after 5 years away, or 6 years away from Baet. He left at 16, came back 21, 22 years old. And he has long hair like a woman. Yeah, because he's always in the sea. He never have a chance to have a haircut. So he looked like, if you see pictures of the Katipunero back then, like Macario Sakay and Lucio de Vega, they're all long hair. That's like my dad. His hair is like up to his shoulder. So his own brother and his own dad don't realize who he was. He came home right on July. Okay? July 25, the day of the Arnis tournament. And he signed his name in different name. He signed his name with his nickname that everybody gave him in Baet. Burong. That's his name. That's his nickname. Burong Burong. So they called his name. All right, the next fighter is named Burong Burong. Valiente. He used his middle name. He jumped into the stage, waiting for his opponent. Nobody knew him, because 6 years is long. Nobody, his body, he's 16 years old, so when he was into his 20, his body changed appearance and everything. And so, anyway, it's a round robin. Winner takes all. And we went to elimination and won until there are only 3 now winning to the last championship. That's what it is that time. And he fought a man, an old man, hailed from Lumban. He fought the man. I don't want to say name, because later on I will rebuild them and beat him, and earned his respect right away because he's clearly beat him. Then 2 Paitenians right on top of the championship, which is the favorite. Then my dad is nobody. Nobody. The favorite one. Right in there. If my dad, can say the story, I would like to hear it of him, but he's not the one who tell the story. The one who tell the story is his best friend, Ruben. He said he went there. He does his usual pamamaltasiya or the Paete way of Carenza. Show him the skill, proficient, smoothness of his dance before he get to the middle. The challenge that he thrown. When the champions start to play his pamamaltasiya, my dad look at him and he just nodded every time he answered all of my dad's challenges. And when they met in the middle, my dad don't give him the opportunity to do what he want to do, that he said he's gonna do, based on the stick sign language, pamamaltasiya. And that's the time my dad showed to Paete who he become, the king of the 7 mountains, mananib ng Sierra Madre. It means the legend of Sierra Madre, PEPING, GARAYMOT, Baet. I think that's what I'm gonna left when he become a champion in Paete, when he returned. My uncle recognized him right on the crowd after he won that championship. My grandpa was in the audience, not even know that his son is fighting. My grandpa jumped when he see my dad. Can't believe that his son just won that championship in Paete when he came home. And he became a local legend ever since. He never learned defeat. He would accept defeat though, but he would never physically get defeated by any screamador. I mean, talking any escrimador that challenged him from Laguna. I will leave it like that. This is the part 1. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear about my father being the fighter of Baet, subscribe to this channel. I want you to see and learn from my old man. This is Puno Abon. Love you all. Saying goodbye for now.